When it comes to the ocean, the weird and wonderful is a lot closer than you'd think. Let's take a look at a prime example, the common sea star, or Asterias rubens. While this sea star may seem like a commonplace critter, it has a ton of secret talents that make it one of the coolest ocean creatures. These sea stars also live super close to shore, meaning there's lots of opportunities to go exploring and find some yourself. Let's check them out. Common sea stars populate rocky coastlines all across the northern hemisphere. This invertebrate can be a variety of different sizes, with the largest individual roughly being the size of a dinner plate. These starfish live for about 5 to 10 years. They have no brains or blood, but they do have some really cool adaptations that help them survive in their watery world. Common sea stars move around using thousands of tiny tube feet on their undersides. To do this, these sea stars pump water into their bodies via a tiny organ called a madreporite. The madreporite acts like a filter and brings water into the starfish's internal water vascular system, a network of tubes and rings that channels the water all throughout the starfish right into each tiny tube foot. The madreporite is often mistaken for an eye, but the eyes of the sea star are actually on the tip of each arm. These arm eye spots help let the sea star know which of its feet to contract. Talk about a cool way to travel. Dinner time for a common sea star can get a little messy. Despite their small size, common sea stars are notorious predators, stalking mollusks like mussels and periwinkles. Because most of their prey of choice have hard protective shells, common sea stars have evolved a pretty intense way to eat. They push their stomachs outside themselves and into tiny cracks in the seal of the shell. The sea star then releases a slew of digestive juices that break down their dinner. The resulting mix is then reabsorbed into the stomach lining of the sea star, which will then pack its stomach back in and move on to its next meal. When it comes to development, common sea stars have a really cool system. Adult sea stars will release many tiny eggs up into the main water column. A single female starfish can expel around 2.5 million eggs at once. These eggs will later hatch into tiny larvae that look nothing like your typical sea stars. As the baby starfish mature, they become bigger and eventually settle back down onto the ocean floor to live out their adulthoods as fully grown sea stars. Arguably, the coolest thing about common sea stars is that they're very easy to find along the beach. Here are some tips. I found that the best time of day to find sea stars is when the tide is at its midway mark. Also, although sea stars are pretty resilient, we want to be very gentle when looking for them. Make sure to put all rocks and seaweed back into their original spots to help the sea stars stay comfortable in their environment. All in all, common sea stars are super cool creatures. Hopefully, you'll get the chance to observe some of their weird and wonderful characteristics out on the beach. Who knows, maybe you'll even find out something totally new about sea stars too. For more videos on marine species, subscribe to this channel. Thanks for watching.